Hi. I know my background. It's terrible. I'm sorry, not sorry. It's a work in progress, okay? Okay. Here we are. I've been wearing this makeup all day, sweating, working hard, the whole thing. So here it is. It doesn't look that great, okay? I've been wearing it all day. Anyways, that's not what this is about. This is my focus project, my 5 palettes. I know I'm really late on filming this. So sorry. Um, let's get into them. I'm also, after I show you, actually, hold that. I'm going to rank them and I will show you the progress on all of them. And then I will show you the palettes that I am bringing in. I've already been using them because I'm late. And this eye look was actually created with one of the palettes that I picked. But I'm going to rank these palettes and against each other. Voila, I did it. It was hard to rank them. I already knew which order I wanted to put them in, so yeah, it was hard, but here we are. So I used the Moira Like a Melody quite a bit. It was new to me when I brought it in, and I used it quite a bit. I don't know how many times I used it. It doesn't look that used, but really honestly, I did bring this in quite a bit. I used this shade most often. It's a good palette. It's ranking last. It is a good palette, but it doesn't have enough shimmers in it. And the shimmer is not that great. I did use every color in every shadow in this. My favorite shade is probably Modern Melodies because I really do like shimmers. And my least favorite shadow is going to be Soulful. And it's not because it's a bad shadow, it just isn't like my cup of tea. It's like this Barney purple. Okay, so coming in at 4th place is this one. This was kindly gifted to me from Andy Does Stuff, and I use this quite a bit. I hadn't used it a whole lot when I brought it in, and I do enjoy this palette now. This is not a standalone palette for me at all, kind of like the Moira palette. It's too light for me. These shimmers in here are beautiful. I love them. I wish that there was an orange shimmer that matched this. Kind of wish this wasn't in here. And that there was like an orange shimmer. This color is beautiful. The shimmers were really good. So picking a favorite is going to be hard for shimmers. I think I'm going to say this one or my favorite shadow. And then I'm going to say my least favorite is this one because it is very neutral. It is really pretty, and I did use it. But I wish instead of it's so bronzy, I wish it was more orange, like a brighter orange. Okay, coming in at whatever place, 3rd place is my Melt 420 palette, and I love this palette so much. I almost feel like it should be ranked higher. I did hit a pan in the shimmer, which, you know, whatever. I had already used this a lot, and I used all the shades in this palette. I did not use all the shades in this palette. I did use all the shades in this palette. My goal really was to use some of the greens because I haven't used them very much. I typically reach in for this warmer side when I use this palette, and yeah, I used this several times and I love this. People hate it. People hate this palette, but I love it. I love it so much. It's a good one. Coming in at 2nd place, which I think I think this one could have been second, honestly. Maybe second guessing myself a little bit. Anyways, this is the Cosmic Brushes Muse palette. This is not a standalone palette for me. I did hit two pans in it, actually. Pan here and pan there. This is not a standalone palette. I can use it as a standalone, but I don't love it as a standalone palette. It's a good one. Yeah, I will tell you my favorite shade is probably this Antique Shadow. It's like a purple blue. It's really pretty. And then my least favorite shadow, this is weird, I think, or not weird, but I'm gonna go with the haze. I don't know, it's meh. I do like that kind of shadow sometimes for a, see if like this shifts like pink and purple, and it's really pretty. Anyways, I do like the brown shade sometimes, but out of that palette, I would say that that is my least favorite shadow. I did use, by the way, every shadow in this palette. I think my most used in it, besides the shimmers, was this Petal shade. It has quite a bit of a dip in it, actually, and I did reach for that a lot. And then my favorite out of these is the Spooked from Gourmand Girls. I also hit a pan ×2 in this palette. Clearly both are shimmers, so I mean shimmers are much easier to hit pan in. I wasn't trying to hit pan, they're surprise pans. I love this palette. What can I say? My favorite shadow is going to be Pumpkin, and my least favorite shadow in here, I'm going to say, surprisingly, is Terror, which is the red. I love red, but it did kind of start to hard pan, and I don't feel like it's a very good red. That is the Pumpkin shade. As you can see, it's like green, pink. Maybe you can't see that, but it really does have a pink, green, blue. It's a stunning shade. It just shifts all over the place. But I don't think that that red was very good. I complain a lot about this shimmer. I wish it was more of a red, like a real red shimmer in this palette. I would think that that would add to this color story, but this red just doesn't perform that well. It performs fine, but not my favorite. All right, now let's get into the palettes that I am rolling into this project. Last month I only cheated on those palettes one time. By the end, I was really bored. I will admit I was ready to move on, and I'm kind of already feeling that way with these palettes, even though I think I've used them like 3 or 4 times so far, but we're gonna go with it. I may cheat more this month. This is the Shall We Makeup Deathless Spirit. Brought this in. I did use it already, not as one look, but I have used some of these. This is the palette I'm wearing today, which is the Longing from Blend Bunny. I need to get used out of this palette, and I longed for this palette. I love the idea of the color story. I love the way it looks. I'm just not so sure I love the way it looks on me. Yeah, and the shimmer is really pretty, and the shimmer is really pretty, but also like when I used this row, and it is a cool toned brown. It looks more green actually in the pan, like looking at it this way, but it's supposed to be cool toned brown. And I wish this was like a brown and a boring brown shimmer. I don't know. Anyways, not that you needed to hear that just yet. I brought in the Little Mermaid from Sigma, and I got this from Andy Does Stuff, and it's so pretty. I love this palette. It's fairly new in my collection, and I have used it a good like 6 or 7 times, but I wanted to use it more, and I love this, and the shimmers in here are beautiful. So I brought that one out, and then I brought another Cosmic Beauty. If you don't know, but my collection, I have a lot of palettes from the same brand. I do have like some one-offs, but a lot of my palettes are all from the same company. So I brought in the Delicious Delights palette because I thought it felt very summery, and my picks, like the Little Mermaid was a little summery, but my Longing, not so much. I thought this kind of went with a summer theme, and this one's not my favorite from the brand for sure, because this is a very bleh shimmer. It's not that great, and I don't know. Anyways, I wanted to bring this in and get some use out of it. I have already used it. This shade right here, this multi-chrome, was really pretty on the eye, but yeah, I brought this one in because I thought it just went with the weather. And then the last palette is the Sirens Jolly Beauty palette. This is what she looks like. I've used it a couple of times, and actually, surprise, I already hit pan. It's very small. Their multi-chromes are very easy to hit pan in. They don't, it's a small pan. They don't fill it all the way up. They don't because it's more expensive. I feel like hitting pan in those is super easy, and unfortunately, I hit pan on it the first time I this palette, and I had already used that shade for sure. It looks blue to you, but it actually looks purple when I'm looking at it. I had used it prior to bringing this palette in, so don't worry, it's not that easy, but yeah, surprise, already hit pan. Yeah, I don't think that with any of these palettes I will probably hit pan in any of them, because one, I picked like a bigger palette, like 2 bigger palettes. I don't know, I feel like I had more shadows this time around, which was kind of done on purpose, to give me more options. But yeah, that is my update for my monthly focus projects. Hopefully I don't get too bored and I don't have too many affairs, right? Okay, now I'm just gonna go, and thanks for being here. Bye.